Hello, everybody. This is Howard Fox, and I am back here for another episode in Newberry Springs, California. Today is May 2nd, and we are celebrating the 100th Centennial anniversary of the Route 66, and we're here at the barn. And today is the organized activity called the Birthday Bash, and it's been a day full of activities and a lot of booths with some great food, some great trinkets, and some really wonderful music acts up on two stages. And right now I have the pleasure of really introducing you to what I guess I would call a local legend. He has a family with some very deep roots here in Newberry Springs, and it's a pleasure to introduce you to Ryan Bodine. He is a country western singer-songwriter, and really just want to chat with Ryan about a little bit about his history, his music, and why Newberry Springs is really a special place in his heart, and really speaks to a lot of the work he does, the songs he has written, and really the love not only he has for the community, but the community has for him. So Ryan, thank you. You just finished up your act. I know you're probably ready for a little downtime. Your wife, Natalie, said you're an introvert. I get the introversion. It's like I want to go someplace quiet by myself and just decompress. But thank you again for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
So Ryan, mentioned at the beginning during the introduction, your family has a lot of deep roots here. So tell us a little about those roots. What is the significance?
Yes, in Newberry Springs, the high desert, Southern California. I'm fourth generation out here. So my great grandfather came out here, started a farm right off of Route 66. That's why this is such a big event for us. He started a turkey farm in the early 40s. And then from there, it became a larger farm and turned into a buffalo ranch years later, which my grandfather took over. And they built the ranch and the houses from scratch. These guys built the bricks that made the houses, which I thought was amazing. And that's a lot of what my songs are about as well. And that's what Ghost Town Road is about. And it's all my songs tell a story about really what happened out there in Newberry Springs, the life that I lived out there in Newberry. Fourth generation living out there. And, they moved away they moved away many years ago, and I did as well. But this is always going to be my home.
Coming here in Newberry Springs, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you are. I'm not even going to guess the age, but those fourth generation, what has been the changes that you have seen in this community that plus your family influence that have helped inform what your music is providing to your audience, the people that really love your work? What is it speaking for them?
Really, it just has to do with the camaraderie of the community. I mean, you could see from this event here, people just rally together down here in this event. And that's what I love about this community. It's friends turn into family really down here. Honestly, my best friend that I've had since kindergarten lives on Ghost Town Road in Newberry still to this day.
There really is a Ghost Town Road.
Yeah, it's off of Calico. So
okay.
Ghost Town Road, the song that's my title track, was written about my dad and my grandfather's ranch.
Okay.
And it's 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. So
wow.
Ghost Town Road is Newberry. 20 miles outside of Ghost Town Road is Newberry Springs.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it could be Barstow as well. It could be any small town, really. I kind of tried to make the song about the small town feel, basically. So the camaraderie that the community has, it shaped my music, really. When I moved away, I wrote a song called Barstow to HB, and that's the song that really made me. The producer found that song in Nashville, and everything spiraled from there. And that song was just about my hometown.
Okay. How did you pick up music, pick up the guitar, and was it just kind of a happenstance boredom? Did your Did you have influence in the music from your family?
So my grandfather, at his buffalo ranch in Newberry Springs, used to host square dancing parties every weekend. And that's what happened for many, many years. Well, I was 3, 4, 5 years old, so I could barely remember it, but I've seen pictures and I remember bits and pieces of it, but they would have everybody in the community there in that little barn. And, none of my grandparents or parents really played any instruments, but they were very into music. They've always had a deep passion for music. Music has always been on, music has always been around me, but nobody ever played it. And I always thought like picking up guitar was going to be an impossible thing to do. Like I didn't have any friends that didn't, I didn't have any family that did it. But when I moved away, my dad passed away and I picked up the guitar, and that was my coping mechanism, is just sitting with the guitar, me and myself. I did that for 20 years.
Okay.
Just me and the guitar. Like Natalie said, I'm an introvert. So there was no performing for me. It was just me and the guitar, just making myself feel better, you know?
When did you first pick up the guitar and start to not only write the music and start to hum it along and put the words to it, but actually put it out there? Because as an introvert, and I get that because I'm an introvert too, but being behind the mic is very comfortable. When did you kind of lean in a little bit and share it with family and friends and a greater audience?
So my wife, Natalie, one of my favorite bands of all time, and my dad's favorite band was Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And there was a cover band opportunity in Huntington Beach where I lived, and my wife signed me up for it. I was totally against it. I didn't want anything to do with it. And she's like, Ryan, you're doing this. So I did that first show. I hid behind my guitar pretty much. I was the guitar player. I was the lead guitar player. And then it just happened one day, our main singer got sick. And I had to step up to the plate and be the main singer. So I sang Wish You Were Here and several other Pink Floyd songs. And from there on, the band said, you're our new singer. Like, whoa, we had no clue. So that's kind of where it started from there. I wrote a song 8 years ago, like I said, called Bar Soda HB. I put it away in a drawer, didn't think anything of it. And then my buddy that I was just playing locally with at that band said, hey, let's start doing some country covers. You have a really good country voice from the Pink Floyd thing. Let's do some country covers. So we started playing in Orange County, doing some country covers. And I just at a practice one day at a get together of a couple guys, I pulled out that song, Bar Soda HB, and started playing it for them. And their mouths just dropped. They're like, you have something special here.
Okay.
So that's pretty much where it came. So we as a band came together, and I made the band a video of this song so that they could learn it, so that they could learn the bass parts, the lead parts, and do it as a band. Just so happens that video that I made of that song made its way all the way to a producer in Nashville, Tennessee, Kurt Ryle from Clarksville Creative Sound. And he called me up and said, hey, you got something here. And do you have any more stuff? I didn't. That was the only song I'd ever written. I had ideas in my head, this, that, and the other, but never written any more songs. And so I said, no, but let me try. I'll see what I can do. So a couple days later, I just had another song in my head. I put it together and sent it to him. He's like, man, his quote was, this is country. You're country, bro. And he's like, you need to get down here, write me some more songs, and we're going to do an album. And so I did. It was a really weird experience where I would wake up every 2 or 3 days, and there just would be a song in the middle of the night in my head.
So it's kind of like a recipe, a stew, a soup, just sitting on the stove, just cooking and just,
yeah.
And all of a sudden it's ready.
Yeah. And in 3 weeks, I had 11 songs, actually 9 songs that I had wrote, and I took 2 songs that were Kurt's the producer songs that I did for him as well. But yeah, I had 9 songs that I had written, and every one that I sent to the producer is like, yeah, we're putting this one on. And actually, one of the songs on my album is called My Dearest Melody, and it talks about exactly that. Like, the song's just coming into in the middle of the night. And if you don't wake up, if you don't write them down, they're going to flee you and they're going to be gone the next day. So that's what I ended up doing. And that's how the album came together. We picked up, we flew, me and my family, to Nashville. I played with some amazing studio musicians, some studio musicians that are playing with the cream of the crop country musicians right now. So they made my album absolutely amazing. Yeah, and that's after 3 or 4 days of recording, I got signed to the label, and it's just been nonstop since then.
The rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
How do you see your journey in a year from now? Are you able to look that far, or is it right now just being in the moment, being
I've been
back
asked
here?
that question many times, and it's my goal in this was never to be big, never to make it rich, never to be popular. It was to have people hear my music. That's it. To honor my family. And so I think I'm right where I need to be right now. A year from now, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
it's going pretty crazy. My producer called me a couple of days ago, and like I said, my album just dropped yesterday, and he said, "Ryan, you're going to win the album of the year this year at the Grand Ole Opry."
Your album just dropped. It's your birthday today.
Yeah,
and
dropped yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God. So you
And that wasn't planned either. Like, this is all surreal, like.
And you're at the birthday bash today in the Newberry Springs.
Yeah, at the biggest event probably Newberry's ever seen. I've never
Right.
seen this many people here. I was driving my way up, and I was in tears. Like, this event is stunning. I mean, I grew up here. I can't believe how many people showed up for this event. And this is what I love about this community. It's insane.
Yeah. I noticed that even as we were walking from the stage, trying to find a place to have this interview, I mean, everybody knew you or you knew them, and it was, hey. And I love that. I discovered that when I was starting to do the interviews here, is that everybody is so nice and they're giving and sharing.
Yes.
And there's so many great stories here, and it's wonderful to have someone like yourself whose talent. I had a coaching mentor once said, "Is how dare you not give your talent out to the world?" And it sounds like you are doing that, and wonderful songs. And as far as the album Ghost Town Road, and you mentioned the 9 songs you wrote, and a couple of them spoke to the family journey. Can you talk a little bit about the those titles again, a little bit about the significance of the ones that mean very much? I mean, they all mean a lot to your heart, but
Ghost Town Road. Well, like I said, Barstow to HB is where it all started. That first song that got me out of my introvert into this, what's happening right now. And then from there, it's definitely Ghost Town Road. Ghost Town Road is the song about Newberry Springs, the song about growing up further out in the middle of nowhere, but somewhere to us. That's kind of what the song is exactly about. Where friends turn to family. So that song is why my title track is Ghost Town Road. Some of my other songs, I have a song called Gray Wolf, which is about a gray wolf trailer that my buddy bought, and I just wrote a song about it. I turned it into a love song, basically, for him and his wife. And I write songs that are about one thing, but they're really about something else. So it's a song about a gray wolf, but it's really a love story. It's a love song. One of my best, or probably my favorite song on the album is a song called Missing You. And it's a song about my dad's situation, passing on 20 plus years ago, or almost 20 years ago now. And the feeling that you get once you've somewhat healed, and that hurts somewhat as well. You missing that person. So that one, I can't play that one live very often. I can't get through it. That's probably one of my favorites on the album. We have Wish Haven't Had a Phone. I've been asked today and yesterday by even several people. They want me to perform Wish Haven't Had a Phone at a memorial for their significant other. That's incredible to me. You know, like,
Sure.
could I do it? I don't know, but it's an incredible feeling. So
So,
those are all just amazing songs. I mean, I can go on and on all about the great songs, but I would say Ghost Town Road, Barstow to HB, Missing You, Haven't Had a Phone. Those are Grey Wolf are probably my top songs right now to me.
excellent. Now I noticed during the set that you were just playing, you have fans have a very lengthy age range, from the 60s, 70s down to a young little guy that I understand knows almost every word of your
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, that's incredible to me. It's surreal that I'd met a guy that used to be my dad's neighbor, my neighbor too, when I was 2 or 3, 4 years old. And I remember him. He was my dad's best friend growing up. And he was here just to support me today. I haven't seen him since I was 4.
Wow.
And he came here to support me. He's like, "You remember my name?" I was like, "Absolutely remember you." I was just a little kid, but he was a next door neighbor. And so that's why it's a lot of the people that are from the area that know my dad, but more so know my uncle, my grandfather, my great grandfather, and the people just from this area. And they just really rally around me. They want to see somebody from this area make it.
Mm-hmm. You know what I love too is you are now able to not only take your history here, your family's history, the community, but now share that with the rest of the world, because that's the beauty of music.
Yeah.
It can go anywhere, anything, and now you're able to do that, and the impact that you're having at all these age ranges. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And the areas as well, not only the age ranges, but I've noticed, like I said, Ghost Town Road was written about Newberry Springs, but I have people from Ireland, all over the world, tiny little towns all over the world saying, "I love this song."
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now I've got to ask: is your family's home? Is it still there?
Yes, it is.
Still there?
So what happened is my grandfather got sick, and we had to sell eventually. I hate all these country songs that talk about don't sell, I'm not going to sell. Well, what if you have to sell? You know
Right.
what I mean? We didn't want to sell. It was a situation we were tied, our hands were tied. We had to sell. And my grandfather ended up passing away. It was too much work for my uncle. My dad was in the medical profession at that point in time, so he wasn't, it just was something that we had to let go. But it is still there. And I went back there about 6 months ago. I met a lady here at my last barn show that lives at the ranch that I grew up on.
Wow.
And so she got me in touch with the new owner, which is a doctor, really nice guy. And I took me and my wife went down there, and he took us on a ride through the farm that I haven't seen in over 20 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was just thinking, when I first came to Newberry Springs to do the episodes, I met everybody. Carla Claus, who is the kind of the force of nature to help, and Renee
Yeah.
Kaminsky, both are a part of the Chamber of Commerce. Renee owns the barn, but the history of the Baghdad Cafe, I had heard of it. I knew there was a movie, and here I am at the cafe. Unfortunately, a couple of months too late. It would have been nice to meet the owner. But what I
Yeah.
learned about it is buses from France and from Germany and Japan. I mean, busloads of those folks who are coming overseas, making a pilgrimage to the Baghdad Cafe. And so I can almost see, in addition to the Baghdad Cafe now in the barn, they're going to make a pilgrimage to Ryan Bodine's home. How about that?
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, honestly, the bar or the Baghdad Cafe was my bus stop growing up, which is pretty crazy. But I lived right across the street from it, off of what they called the old dump road at the time, because a couple miles back behind my house was the dump there. That house turned into a car recycling center years later. But yeah.
That's great. That's great. Listen, Ryan, I really appreciate you taking the time to interview for the Outdoor Adventure Series podcast and the series we've produced with the Newberry Springs Chamber of Commerce and the community. If our listeners on the podcast want to learn more about your work where do we go to pick up that album and learn more about you and what's inspiring you?
RyanBodine.com, www.ryanbodine.com is my website with all my music on my website. I'm also on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. So I'm on everything right now. I'm working on getting, as you see, I have some vinyl records that have been cut and I'm selling them at shows and everything. I haven't quite got distribution set up for that yet, but I'm working on it. It's kind of one step at a time as an indie artist when you're doing kind of everything yourself. I am signed to a label, but it's an indie label where you kind of got to do everything yourself. And I'm all the way in California. My label's all the way in Nashville. So it's kind of difficult where they're good at recording, but I have to do all my hosting, all of my own advertisements. I put the vinyl record together myself. So it's
hard work.
It's hard work.
It's hard
Yeah.
work.
It's a lot into it, but it was well worth it. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. And this album is better than I could ever imagine.
Fantastic. Listen, Ryan, thank you again for taking the time today. Now you're going to be up on the stage again at 8:00 tonight. So 2 sets here, folks, here in Newberry Springs. Unfortunately, by the time you all listen to this episode, Ryan will be somewhere else performing and just having the time and living his best life, and with his wife, Natalie, and family, and all the great friends that are supportive of his great work. Now, listen, we're going to provide all the backlinks to Ryan's social sites and platforms up on our show notes. The episode will be up on my website, outdooradventureseries.com. We're also on LinkedIn and Facebook, Outdoor Adventure Series. The YouTube of this video, it's going to be comprised of a slideshow of photos taken here during the birthday bash. I did take a couple shots of Ryan while he was up on stage. That's how I accidentally bumped into his wife, Natalie. But really just wishing Ryan nothing but the very best. And of course, folks, you can listen to this podcast wherever you get your episodes from. In fact, when I go home back to Las Vegas tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Ghost Town Road on Spotify. So I'm looking forward to that. So folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a fantastic day. And we look forward to having you join us on a future episode of the Outdoor Adventure Series podcast. Take care now.